Welcome to the Malaysian Trauma Registry User Training, Module 2, Lesson 1, Section 1, Patient Demographics. My name is Rossman, and I will be guiding you through this training module for the MTR. We will begin with the first and most fundamental part of the data entry process. We've subtitled this The Foundation of Every Record, and as you'll soon see, that is precisely what it is. Before we begin, let's review our objectives for this session. Upon completion of this module, you will be able to: first, identify the correct source documents for entering patient demographic data. Second, define the core principles of high-quality data entry, which are accuracy, completeness, and consistency. Third, you will be able to accurately enter all fields within Section 1 of the MTR form. And finally, you will be able to recognize and avoid the common errors to ensure the integrity of every patient record you create. Welcome to the first practical training module for the Malaysian Trauma Registry. In this lesson, we will focus exclusively on Section 1, Patient Demographics. This section is the starting point for every patient entry. While it may seem straightforward, its accuracy is the bedrock upon which the entire registry is built. We will proceed field by field, discussing the correct procedures for data entry, the official source documents to use, and the best practices that will ensure your work meets the highest standards of quality. So why do we dedicate an entire module to this first section? Because the demographic data you enter is the unique fingerprint for each patient within a national database. Getting this right is non-negotiable for several critical reasons. First, preventing duplicates with correct identifiers avoids multiple records for the same patient, preserving data integrity. Second, this data enables meaningful analysis. Demographics allow researchers to study trauma patterns across populations. And finally, this data is key to future integration. High-quality data lays the groundwork for linking MTR with other health systems. Part 1. Patient Identifiers. Let's break down the first part of the form. Your primary source should always be an official document like a MyCAD, passport, or hospital admission form. Number 1. Name. Enter the patient's full name exactly as it appears on their MyCAD or passport. Do not use nicknames or abbreviations. Inconsistent naming, for example using MOHD on one entry and Mohammed on another for the same person, is a major cause of duplicate records. Always stick to the official spelling. Number 2. Identification document number. The National Identification Card, MyCAD, MyKid, is the default. If the patient is a foreigner or has another ID, you must select Other ID document number and specify the type, for example, passport, Armed Force ID. Enter the ID number without the dashes or spaces. The system requires numbers only. Always double-check the number for typos before proceeding. Moving on to the hospital and contact details. For field number 3, hospital registration. No. You will enter the unique patient identifier assigned by your hospital. This is often called the RN or MRN. The source for this will be your hospital's own admission records, the patient's physical file, or your electronic health record system. The pearl here is that this number is the primary link between the MTR record and your local hospital record. Its accuracy is absolutely critical for any future data validation or audits. A common pitfall is a typo in the hospital RN. This is a serious error that can orphan a record, making it impossible to trace it back to the source file. Please verify this number carefully. Part 2. Contact identifiers. Number 4 and 5. Contact details. Contact person name and number. These fields are optional but can be very helpful for follow-up. If the information is easily available on the admission form, please enter it. Avoid spending too much time searching for this information. If it's not readily available, it's okay to leave it blank. Part 3. Core demographic. Now for the core demographic fields. For fields number 6 and 7, date of birth and age, it will be automatically calculated from the IC number. Otherwise, you need to enter the patient's date of birth using the calendar tool. The age will then be automatically calculated by the system once the date of injury is entered in Section 2. The source document is, again, the patient's official ID. The pearl here is to know what to do if the exact date of birth is unknown, to use the date 01/01/4X. The year is the year of birth based on the known age. The pitfall to avoid is manually typing in the age. The system is designed to calculate this for consistency, and manually entering an age can lead to discrepancies. Finally, for fields number 8 and 9, gender and nationality. Simply select the appropriate options from the provided choices. This information will come from the patient's identification documents or the hospital admission record. The pearl is to remember that these are mandatory fields. A record cannot be saved without them. The pitfall is selecting unknown for nationality when an ID document like a passport is available. Always use the best available evidence. Now for the final field in section 1, which is field number 10, payment method. For this field, you will accurately enter the patient's payment method. You will choose from various payment options available from the drop-down menu. And, as with all fields, ensure consistency in payment method documentation for each patient record. Let's quickly summarize the key takeaways from this video. First, the accuracy of section 1 is the foundation for the entire patient record and is what prevents data corruption. Second, your primary sources are always official documents, such as a MyCAD, passport, or hospital admission forms. Third, consistency in naming and accuracy in numbers, like the IC and hospital RN, are your most important tasks. And finally, let the system auto-calculate the age and always refer to the data dictionary when information is unknown. This concludes our training for Section 1, Patient Demographics. We have established the critical importance of this section and outlined the best practices for ensuring high-quality data entry. By meticulously following these guidelines, you are not merely filling out a form. You are laying the groundwork for reliable national research and contributing directly to the mission of improving trauma care in Malaysia. Your diligence in this first step ensures the integrity of the entire process. Next lesson, we will move on to Section 2, Injury Event, where we'll document the details of what happened to the patient.